Welcome guys. This is Papa's Real Estate Podcast. So, my name is Pa Foday. I'm back again this week talking about real estate. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below on the YouTube channel, hit the notification button so when the new contents come out, you can be notified and you can watch. So, and this week's topic, we're going to talk about something with acronym BRRRR, and what those stands for are: you buy, you rehab it, you rent it, you refinance, and you repeat the process all over again. And how it works is you buy a house that would tend to need some fixing up, a lot of fixing up, or just some to do some work on it. And you buy this house at a price that will give you profit later on, meaning that you buy it for less than what the value of the house is. You go in there, you rehab the house, meaning you renovate it, add more value to it, you rent it out to somebody else, you turn around and go to the bank, refinance that house, and repeat the process. And today's topic is BRRRR. It's cold and it's dead. That means BRRRR is dead. All right, so let's break it down. Don't run away and say, what is this guy talking about? Let's break it down what we mean by the BRRRR process is dead. Right? So, anyways, you can go into the market or anywhere in terms of like finding those properties that are below market value. If, let's say, for simple numbers, a house, when it's all fixed up and everything, it's gonna worth 100,000. Yeah, you say, tell me where to find those kind of houses, I'll jump all over it. But for numbers being simple, let's keep it down. It could be 100, a 500, or a million. Now, you buy this house for, let's say, $50,000 or $60,000, right? Then you put in another 10 or 20,000 to fix it up. Then you turn around and rent it to somebody else and go back to the bank and refinance that house because the value is 100,000, but you bought it cheaper for either 50 or 60. And then the bank will give you about 75% of the new appraised value, meaning the new 100,000, they'll give you 75% off that. Then you turn around and use that money again and do it again and again and again. The reason why I said the BRRRR is dead, before, when you buy a house and you wanted to do the Fannie Freddie loan, which most investors, small-time investors use, and then you turn around and put that on the loan, on this house as a loan, they will only let you have it, meaning that you hold on to the house for like 6 months. Then after being on the title for 6 months, they call it a seasoning period. If you own the house for 6 months, you can go back to the bank and refinance it. Well, Fannie and Freddie just changed that law. And now what they're saying is you have to own that house, be on title for at least 12 months. And well, if you're familiar with the whole process of buying houses, fixing them up, renting them out, and all that, sometimes it can take a long time, sometimes it can be relatively quick. But them having to put this on you for saying that you have to be in it for 12 months, some of us, or sometimes people, tend to want to get out earlier than that. So if you put a short-term loan on it, which is sometimes hard money loan or bridge loan, or some friend or rich uncle give you money, or friend, some people want their money quick, some people don't really care as long as you're paying them interest. But if you got to hold this for a year, but the hard money loan you took also have a seasoning period of 1 year, meaning that you have to pay it maximum 1 year, or you have to go back to them and renegotiate. So now there's a lot of things going on in the real estate market that makes it very, very challenging to do that. Buy a house, rehab it, rent it, refinance, and repeat the process all over again, because housing prices are not going up as fast as they used to, which makes it easier buying a house for 100,000 or so, and then 6 months or so later it might worth 105 or 110. Now there is a chance that you might go back 6 months later and it's even worth the same 100 or less than that 100,000. So, and The second part of the challenge going on here now is that real estate interest, the mortgage interest rates had been climbing up for the last 12 months. If somebody like, you're familiar with the interest rates and stuff, let's say 2021 towards the whole 2020 going to 2021, interest rates were so low that you can get a mortgages for even under 3% as a good deal, or less than 4%. But today, as we speak, mortgage rates are climbing and they are up in the 6% or even higher, up to 7%. So if you buy a house, you fix it up, you rent it, by the time you turn around to refinance, the interest rate is higher than sometimes what we even anticipate. And that makes it challenging. And the values are not going up. So if you're doing it, you have to be very, very conservative. And sometimes those hard money loans you take and the actual interest rates of the Fannie Freddie regular loans that people use can be almost the same, or in some cases, depending on the price of the house, higher than your hard money loan. So me saying that the BRRRR is dead, technically it's not dead. It's still alive, but it's very, very challenging to pull it off. In order to pull it off, you have to be very, very conservative in running your numbers. Run your numbers very, very carefully and make sure that you're knowing and you're running your numbers seem like whatever value you give to the house, that's where it's going to stop. That's where it's going to be. If you think it's all fixed up, it's going to be 100,000. Don't assume it's going to be any more than that. And also account for interest rates going up. If you're buying a house today, interest rate is at 6%. It's safe to say a year from now, when you're going to refinance that house, interest rate may be higher than that 6%. So you have to do the math and figure out, where do I think it's going to be? 6.5, 7, 7.5, or even higher. That's the challenge right there, and that's make it harder. That's why I just said it's dead, but technically it's not dead, it's still alive. You can still do it, you can borrow a house, but you gotta borrow, and if you're doing the purchase, you gotta be very, very careful and conservative. But if you think about it in real estate, where do you make your money? You make your money when you're buying a property. If you have a really, really good deal on a property, you're gonna make your money from there. But if you're buying it and thinking, man, yeah, I think it will work out, it may not. So you gotta be careful with that. And also, if you're gonna take another avenue of selling it, just consider that houses are sitting on the market for a long period of time, longer than anticipated. So those have to be under consideration. And then add up those holding costs, meaning like your interest payments, your utilities, your taxes, your what is it called again? If you pay your interest, utilities, taxes, insurance as well, and if the house is in the HOA, all those stuff have to be put into consideration even before you have to. And now you got to be more careful, because it seems like everything is going up. You can still borrow a property, you can buy a house less than what the value will be when it's all fixed up. You can rehab it. Just know that the rehab cost, renovating a house cost, has gone up significantly compared to a few years ago. And then rents, when we talk about rents, in 2020, 2021, we all knew what happened. Rents went up significantly. It does not seem like that might be the case in 2023. They might flatten out. There's a great chance that the rents might even go down. And when you're refinancing it, your refinance cost is going to go up. It's going to cost you more than what it used to cost people back in 2020, 21, or even 22. And then repeating the process just get harder. And when I say the repeating the process just get harder, is because banks are tightening up on their lending criteria of who to give money to, and the most important part is how much to give you on a house. So anyways, if you have any questions, put it in the comments below. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know what you think. And I'm always here. It's been a while putting up some content, but seem like things are lining up, and I'm back putting up some more contents on YouTube. Forget to like, subscribe, comment below. Let me know what you think, and we'll see you later.